Good morning, everyone. This is going to be your daily reading for February 24th, Sunday. This is TC, your guiding chariot. Enjoying my morning coffee. If my voice sounds a little funny, my throat's a little scratchy today, so trusty old cup of tea. So today, actually, I think it's going to be a pretty smooth day. And I feel like the past couple days, there's just been a lot of shifts going on. I know a lot of people who had some rough patches, but it's all relating to this kind of growth and evolution a lot of us are having to go through, and these shifts that we're having to make. We got this, I'm going to start with our rune and then we'll get into the aspects. But we got this rune not too long ago. I know we got it recently, but we got Nadiz again, which is the rune of our needs. And I think it's popping up again because we really are in this process of acknowledging what our needs are and where are we succeeding or where they still need to be met and how we can adjust accordingly. And then from there, then the decision is easy to make because then we know where we're trying to get to. So I do think that is kind of the major theme going on for a lot of us right now, at least from the people who have shared, feedback with me. So kudos, still going on. I think today, if it has been rough the past couple days, I think today, if you haven't started feeling it already, it's going to start lightening up. Like things are going to start moving. Personally, I feel like the past couple days was almost like at a standstill. Like I'm like, why are we not moving forward? Like I don't understand. I feel like today, if you don't actually physically see it, you're going to just sense it, or the opportunities start coming through, or clarity starts popping up. Because I say that because we have some amazing aspects today. So first one, the moon makes a trine with Neptune, which is always a positive one. I actually love when this happens because it just makes us really inspired. We have this, fantastical, idealistic, dreamy quality of Neptune, kind of guiding our consciousness, our emotional self. Usually there's a boost to sensitivity. You kind of open up your unconsciousness. You can see things a lot better. So that's where that clarity comes from. We also have two sextiles. We have the moon making a sextile to Saturn. We also have the moon making a sextile to Pluto. Both of these great. Saturn, this aspect to Saturn we've had before. And I always talk about it as it's the reward from Saturn once you can accept your duties, once you can accept your responsibilities. There's also this idea that you're going to get these rewards through practicality. So you have, and it's funny because Neptune and Saturn, they don't necessarily speak the same language, but you have Neptune giving you this idealistic vision, like if you could design the best dream life possible, what would it look like? And then you have help from Saturn. You're like, okay, so that's nice, but how do we actually do that? Like, what do we do to make that happen? And then last of all, you have the sextile with Pluto, or I shouldn't say last of all, it's still pretty fabulous. And Pluto is our planet of change, transformation, also secrets. But the sextile usually, sometimes it leads to emotional outbursts or really strong emotions, I prefer to say. But they usually lead to some type of shift. So again, you're seeing the vision clear, you're seeing where you want to go. You're kind of tapping into the energies that help you figure out, okay, what do I have to do to make that happen? And then if there's any kind of release that needs to happen, to make these certain shifts happen, or at least to give yourself the will to put in the effort, that's where this Pluto aspect comes in. So I think today or over the next coming days, and again, this is if you haven't started feeling it already, all the pieces start falling into place. And again, if not physically, then at least mentally, you start seeing all the puzzle pieces kind of come together, which, beautiful energy, I'm all about it. So I'm gonna have more tea. All right, so with that said, I don't know why I just thought of it. Don't you love my coffee cup? It's real cute. I'm gonna tilt you guys down so we can pull some cards. All right, so I thought with all of this action going on, I would pull from what is this? I want to say this one is the secret language of animals. Get that out of the way. I have one that's like the spirit animal oracle, and this, and I think this is the secret language of animals. I always want to confuse the two. I figured we'd see what animal medicine we needed for this shift going on. Ooh. You're real jumpy. You know, I saw this one earlier. We're going to take him too. Okay. Alright. So these are the two that fell, and these are the two that flipped in my hand. So first we got air. It's giving me like very Ace of Swords action. But the prompt is thought, alignment, breath, intention. Yes. Obvi. We can't get anywhere if we don't know where we're going in the first place. We've also got orange blossom jellyfish. She's real cute. Transparency, sensitivity, surrender, illumination. Honestly, I think definitely transparency and illumination are the ones I get the most. Transparency, to me, this is an external thing. This is us being transparent with the people in our lives, the people around us, possibly even complete strangers. And I say that especially if you're trying to make a career shift. For my career shift people, I think that transparency is key. Great example, like say you wanted to, I'm just using an example from something I saw recently. Excuse me. You know, say you want to be a comedian, but there's no, like you don't have a business card that says you're a comedian, like you don't have social media that says you're a comedian, maybe like you have your like day job posted that, you know, is like, you know, say you're in retail or something. You know, if there's not, and if you're not telling anyone you're a comedian, like how are you trying to manifest that life? How are you trying to, you know, advertise and get someone to book you and hire you? Like you need to be transparent. If you want to be this, that's what you need to be telling people. And then illumination, I think, is really connected to, you know, this air card, this, you know, understanding it. The illumination to me is the clarity on how we're going to make this happen. Or if you haven't decided yet on, you know, what is going to happen. And then the two that flipped in my card, we got the orange-bellied parrot. Adorable. He's a cutie. Radiance, expression, communication, acceleration. Literally what I was just talking about. I feel like all of those kind of descriptions help. You know, radiance and expression, you know, being what you say you are, that what you want to be, living the life that you want to live. Communication, acceleration. If you start telling people and sharing, you know, this narrative with others, that's what's going to get you moving in this path. You know, if you keep it quiet, like, you know, no one wants to keep their business a secret. You know what I mean? So the more you put it out there, the faster it will come to you. Or I would even say the faster you get recognized for it. And then we have Albatross, our final card, our final medicine. Faith, endurance, journey, hope. Makes perfect sense. If you're trying to make it happen, you're going to have some faith and definitely some endurance. It's not going to just fall out of the sky and happen instantly. It's going to take some work. You know, and even as so I'm saying that, and I'm looking at the card as 23, which reduces to 5, which is change. So there's definitely still this big shift. But like I said, the clarity is coming. Like if you don't know the way forward, you will soon find it. Or if you couldn't put everything into like perfect words and define everything, you will very, very soon. Hang these off to the side. All right. And then I have the Revelations Tarot deck out. With all this thought about clarity, we're also going to have some revelations, aren't we? That was fun. Here, put these right here. Oh, this is a lot. You know, but we're going to take them. And I love it. So we got a whole bunch of reversals. But I ain't mad at any of them. So we have the 10 of Wands in reverse. We also have the 10 of Swords in reverse. So 10s are completions. I actually love that the two of these came reversed because it means we're laying it down. We're letting go of the stress, the burden. We're letting go of the suffering, the betrayal, the hurt, the pain. Like, not only is it coming to an end, we are also releasing, all right? I am all about that. Okay, so we also have the Five of Wands in reverse. So, Five of Wands to me, like, there's still some conflict. But I almost want to say, I'm trying to think how I want to word this. Because this Five of Wands reversed, I feel like there's still, like, physically some tension around. There's still someone you're kind of dealing with, but I think that is literally coming to an end, especially coming out after these tens. We're still kind of in the midst of this one. You know, if this, so this could be, normally I see the Five of Wands as an internal struggle more than an external one. As I look at this card though, I'm thinking some of us do have an external competition we're kind of dealing with. And I don't think it's super crazy. Like, I don't necessarily think it's the most intense thing. Or let me say, maybe it's not the most direct thing. Like, maybe someone's being passive aggressive or someone's being a little shady, you know, and it's not like to your face. You know, you're definitely aware of whatever this person is doing though, if this is external. If this is internal, this is you know, telling your inner saboteur just to, you know, shut the F up, you know. And I say that because this figure, so if I block the bottom half, this figure is really a reflection of the two, and one of them is clearly overpowering the other as she, you know, slams her fist into her face. So that's why I'm like, this, I think this conflict is coming to an end. You know, it's getting resolved, but I think it's like about to hit its climax, and then we're going to be good with it. But it makes sense, because then we're going to be able to get rid and lay all of this meh energies down. All right. So we have the Two of Pentacles in reverse, a little bit of a meh. A lot of times this is about not being in the flow. And again, if we've been dealing with this kind of energy for over the past couple of days, it kind of makes sense that we're a little shaky. We're not too in the flow. We're probably a little meh about things. You know, we also have the Three of Cups here in reverse, as well as the King of Cups in reverse. So King of Cups in reverse, to me, is kind of the... I almost want to say this is the most troubling to me. And it's not even a bad thing, but out of what's here, I think this is the one that kind of most, like, pushes me to action. So the King of Cups in reverse, you know, I talk about the King of Cups, he feels a lot of emotions, you know, but he doesn't really communicate them. When this King is in reverse, a lot of times the non-communication, the not sharing things, the not being vulnerable, the not being open to your feelings, you know, pushes you, you know, to kind of a scary place. To me, this is someone who, like, self-medicates, you know, tries to, I feel everything, but instead of processing them, I'm just gonna, like, try and ignore them, which can be overwhelming and a little destructive. To me, this is almost like a heads up. So this Five of Wands energy, you know, if this is external or internal, these issues need to be processed. The emotions brought up from this need to be processed, because if you don't, that's going to lead to a very meh place. So if you've been feeling a lot of heavy emotions, that is something I would honestly, it's not going to be the most comfortable thing, but I would almost say my recommendation is to sit with those. You know, find some alone time, you know, find a place probably at home where you're just comfortable and safe. I just realized that this camera is tilted all kinds of crazy angles. A little better. Find a place that you can just sit and be quiet and kind of chill and be by yourself, be alone with your thoughts. And really allow yourself to feel these emotions. I mean, whatever they are, sadness, anger, frustration, jealousy, you know, whatever it is, let them come to the surface. They'll probably frustrate you for a little bit, but then you can sit with them and really feel them and express them and let them go. Why do I feel this way? What does this, you know, what do these energies show me about myself? why am I angry about this? Why does this make me sad? Find the root and process them, and then you can move forward. Because that's what's keeping you out of the flow. That's what's keeping you blocked. I would say that's also what, to me, the Three of Cups never really has a completely reverse meaning. Like, I don't think it changes the meaning a whole bunch. With the Three of Cups, I still see some celebration. I don't necessarily see reunion, but I definitely see celebration. So I don't necessarily think the Three of Cups reverse kind of negates that. But with the Ten of Wands, so letting go of strife, letting go of worry, laying the burdens down. Now we're trying to find balance again. We were out of it. Now we're kind of releasing those tensions. So now we have to recenter. The betrayals hurt, so we're free to express again. And then it's just this Five of Wands. And I think for most of us it's internal. But there's a processing that has to happen on an emotional level to help. And that may not necessarily be what resolves it, but it's kind of what sets us free from it, if that makes any sense. Yeah. Oh, perfect. I was like, I don't know if I want to pull some more. That's too much. Yeah, that's too much. So we talked about this. So Five of Swords. So again, those people who have an external conflict. So Five of Swords came upright. So this could be, and it's funny, this could be someone trying to play mind games with you. Like I told you, if this is external, you already know this person is pulling some shenanigans. Like this isn't someone they're not doing it very directly, which is why I'm saying they may be passive aggressive or they may be saying things to other people, but it's happening. But I will say you are not powerless in this case. So if this came up in reverse, I'd be a little more concerned because that looks a little more worrisome. But in this way, you're not completely out of control. There may be someone gunning for you, but that doesn't mean that you are completely helpless to the situation. Okay. What did we get? We're real chatty today. That's okay. We will take these. Alright, so Death card, first one out. So could be dealing with a Scorpio. This is definitely heavy Pluto energy, and we do have that Pluto aspect again. So to me, this is more about the change, the transformation, the growth. Kind of like the destruction of the old self. And you're probably destroying some of this conflict along with it, and just kind of like, meh, I'm not dealing with that. Then we've got some double fours. We have the Four of Pentacles and the Four of Wands. Beautiful energy. So here we have use of resources. Here we have gratitude, gratefulness. To me, this is almost saying like being grateful for what it is we have. A lot of times the Four of Pentacles, can talk about being a little miserly and kind of hoarding things a bit, and not necessarily being, I was gonna say open, but let's say you're not being like so giving, because you're keeping all these riches to yourself. Like this guy is here, cradling this big old coin. To me, this Four of Wands is really about being grateful for what it is that's there, because there's no fear of it being lost. If anything, it's gonna start to grow now, as as we were talking about this shift. And then we also have the Emperor along with the Page of Swords. So Page of Swords. This is my rebel thinker. This is my inventor. Super creative energy, thinking of a new way out, thinking of a new plan. This again is that clarity coming in. And then the Emperor. So it could be dealing with an Aries. Maybe you're an Aries. This Emperor to me is really about taking charge. Here you are with the new vision, and then here you are acting on it. Making it happen. To me, this is really the solution to these conflicts. That first set we pulled, including this Five of Swords. Here is really, destroying the old self, shifting into a sense of gratitude, and then opening up to this clarity, and not only just understanding it, then doing something about it. The Emperor is really taking charge here. And that's what you need to be doing in your own life. Bottom of the deck right now, BT dubs, is the Chariot. So forward progression, forward movement, success. Underneath that, you have the Queen of Pentacles, which to me is all about health, wellness, you know, on multiple levels, emotional, spiritual, physical, all those things. To me, this makes me think of our rune. You know, what is it we need? You know, what does our body need? What does our soul need? You know, and again, making that happen, because look at that. Look, you're strong enough to do it. You're strong enough to overcome. And then what are we getting closer to? Your 10 of Cups, your happy ending. Pretty straightforward at that point. So, find the vision, figure out your needs, and then act on it. All right, my lovelies, I'm going to wrap it up here, finish off my tea. I do plan to film the rest of the love videos today. I think I have, what do I have left? I think Virgo, Libra, Scorpio, Cap. I think are the last 4 I have. So I plan to film those today, so they should be up either later this afternoon or tonight. And then I will start filming the March Spirit Message readings. So if you aren't already, please subscribe to the channel so you can be notified when those pop up, so you know when your sign comes in. Like the video if you enjoyed it, especially if it resonated. I've been getting some really good feedback from the past few videos, the past few days, so I'd love to hear from you about that. And as always, leave a comment down below so I can connect with you. You can DM me on Instagram at The Guiding Chariot. And if you want to book a private session with me, all that info will be in the description box below. Guys, have a great day. Sending you lots of love, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.